Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl T back with another pre-recorded video, y'all. Today's video is going to be on what I wish I would have known before starting my YouTube channel. And so to speak, this may be for beginners, this could possibly be for newbies, this could be for whoever you want it to be, okay? So I took some notes, right? And I'm gonna put it out there and you can do what you want to do with it. I have seen tremendous growth with it. I'm now seeing implementing the same pattern on my other channel, and it seems to be doing well as well. So I think this is fair to say that it works. But if you're new here, thank you for stopping by the channel. Please consider liking the video, sharing out the video, smashing that subscribe button, leaving me a comment, because I do what? Answer every single one of them. Okay. For my returning members and subscribers, welcome back, family. Welcome back, y'all. All right, y'all. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is nailing your niche, right? There's a lot of talk about niches not really mattering, excuse me, that is not a word, matter, right? But in the whole grand scheme of things, right, nailing down your niche is going to matter. Here's why. One, because it targets, right, your audience. You're going to put out better content, especially if you love what you're doing in your niche, right? Um, and we're going to get to it in a second. It's okay to have passion plus profit, right? That's okay. But if you come to YouTube solely for for profit, you're going to fail, okay? If you're here solely for a little ching ching, you're not going to make it, okay? You have to be able to turn that passion into a profit. Now, your target audience in a specific niche will lead to what I call a dedicated audience, right? Meaning they are going to be consistently looking for your videos or your lives. Now, let's go ahead and move into passion plus profit. You have to find a balance for your long-term motivation, because if you don't like what you're putting out, the content that you're doing, you're not going to put out great content. You're not going to be motivated to do it. And then you're just going to kind of drop off of YouTube, right? It goes back to, you have to like what you're doing. You don't like what you're doing, you're going to be burnt out. You want to avoid burnout, okay? Hear me when I say this again. Avoid burnout. Take time for yourself, right? When you need it, because everybody needs a break. So avoid that burnout. The next thing we're going to talk about is do your research, right? Research the niche, right? So if I was you, I would say research about 5 to 10 niches, right? And out of those niches, you need to be able to bring valuable content, right? You need to be able to bring consistent content, okay? You need to be able to solve a problem. People don't really go to YouTube. Don't really go to Google anymore to research anything, right? They come to YouTube University or Chat GPT, right? All right. So that brings me to my next point. You got to know your demands, right? You got to know where needs need to be met in whatever niche it is, right? And by doing that and knowing what you're talking about, it brings me to basketball players, celebrities, and things of that nature. Here at YouTube University, you don't have to be in the top 1% to make money. You need to be able to solve a problem, valuable content, consistent, don't mind providing your information, right? Which means you're not gatekeeping. So you're helping, you're being informative, valuable content, informative content, engaging content, right? So if you're still here and you made it to this point, stick with me. Put a 5. Put a 5 in the comment, right? Put a 5 in the comment section if you made it this far. All right. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is overcoming hurdles. Nothing you do in the world, whether it be a job, whether it be YouTube, any other social media platform, there will be hurdles. There will be barricades. Life will happen, right? So you got to know how to overcome them. Self-doubt, stop it. Finito, leave it alone. If you have negative thoughts up here, it's not going to work. Next thing being is you have to have tough skin, thick skin, because when you are on a social media platform, Lord, you're speaking to me. Come on. When you're on a social media platform of any kind, you open yourself up, right? You become vulnerable. You're inviting people into your space, into your life, right? And you come on here as an outlet, whether you craft, whether you are talking about stocks and bonds, whether you're, I don't know, talk about skateboarding, whatever your niche is on here, it's an outlet for you, right? So when it is an outlet for you and you open yourself up, the comments can get very, 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 and I do mean very ugly, right? Some people, they just have a black heart, unfortunately, right? So your comments may not always be nice comments, but if somebody is saying, hey, your audio, or hey, your visibility, okay, thank you so much for that. I'll see what I can do to improve on it my next video. You have to be able to take constructive criticism. You have to know that negative comments are going to come, right? Everybody has an opinion. You don't have to let it get to you. But the constructive criticism is going to help you grow and continue to remain consistent and be in the YouTube space as long as you are open and receptive to constructive criticism. Now, the negative comments, delete. And sometime, if you're like me, if you got time today, then you can go ahead and address them. Okay. But in reality, let it roll off. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is, in order to scale your growth, right? In order to scale your growth, you're going to have to stay motivated, stay consistent, find you somebody that is going to encourage you along the way, right? That's going to encourage you along the way. I had to laugh to myself because I think about along my YouTube journey, all the people, and you know what? It's going to always be your family. You can't, you can't, you can't, you can. Okay, you can. So people like that, you block out. Family members aren't, even if they're not supportive, they're not people who you would want to even watch your channel, right? Um, but that's just the nature of the beast. We're gonna keep moving on. Your branding, right? Your branding should be able to be recognized in these YouTube streets from a mile away, right? Um, I can tell you, when it comes to rhinestones, who made a template without ever even, when I first look at it, right? That's their branding. Mr. Greg has a certain, just a certain stank that he puts on them things, okay? And you will automatically look at this template and say, man, Mr. Greg Barker made that template, okay? You will look at another template and you be like, oh, that's Patrice's template. Craftable Things make that template, right? So you will get to know who made what template. I can look at a template and know that Rhinestone Mechanic made it, right? I can look at a template on Etsy and know whose template it is before I even realize where I'm at, right? And what I mean by where I'm at is whose store it is, or you know how like sometime at the bottom they have the name where you can follow the shop and all of that. I already know whose template it is, right? So that's your branding. Your channel identity. It needs to be unique to you. It needs to be rememberable. Excuse me, y'all. I can't talk today. And it needs to be easy to find and recognizable. Okay. You with me? Stay with me. If you're still here, put a 10 in the comments. Okay. Um, this next one is a biggie, right? Growth and trust. Growth and trust. Um, in order for you to grow, right, people have got to be able to build that relationship with you, build that trust, know that the information that you're giving them is 100% factual. If you don't know something on YouTube, don't speak on it, right? Because if people have the slightest doubt, they're coming back to your comment section, okay? And they're going to challenge it. So speak on what you actually know. That builds growth and trust. It enhances you and your family, because you know I call y'all family. It enhances that family connection, right? Our next one, visuals, 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 and messages, okay? Making sure that you are consistent across all platforms. They're going to look for you, right? So without good reason, make sure you're consistent because they're looking for you. They're counting on you. Now, let's talk about collaboration and networking. I know I am so proud of a good bit of my mentees. You guys are, or all of y'all, in fact, you guys are putting up that content. You're pushing out those shorts, whether it's long form or short form content. I see you, okay? I didn't come on live yesterday because I was going back watching those replays, right? And commenting, right? Letting you know that in my absence, I see you. I might not be able to catch you live or listen to it. My big focus Monday through Saturday, half a day Saturday, my focus is making sure that I'm keeping everybody on the roads and myself safe. So I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you, but just know I'm coming back to check you out, okay? And I'm literally doing that. I see some of y'all replying back to my comments, but as your coach, you are killing the game. You got this, okay? Continue to rock it out. All right. So collaborating, networking, collaborate and network with other people. You cannot do YouTube alone, right? You cannot do YouTube alone. So do that. Reach out among your family, right? Reach out among your family. And when I say family, y'all know I'm speaking of y'all here in the YouTube space. You're my family. So I'm telling the rest of y'all, reach out to other YouTube family members and collaborate. Also niche networking, right? Making sure, I mean, it's okay to reach out to people who are not necessarily in your niche. Maybe they have a podcast. Maybe you can be featured on their podcast. You know, maybe you ran across it and you saw a topic that they're talking on or talking about that you are fluent in. You understand it. You know what you're talking about. It's okay to collaborate with them. You want to reach out to your family members by also engaging with them, responding back to their comments, right? There is nothing worse than leaving a comment on somebody's channel and they don't even have the decency to like the comment, right? Even if you don't respond, like it. Something that lets your family of subscribers, your community, your tribe, whatever you want to call them, that lets them know that you see them, right? You have acknowledged their comment, right? That's just me. Okay. And what I'm telling y'all is based on my journey, no one else's. Okay. This is my journey, my experience. This is working for me. I'm seeing the numbers on the channels rise, right? I'm seeing my algorithm move. So this is what works for me. Now, the other thing I want to speak a little heavy on when it comes to your community, right? Ooh, Lord, y'all, I don't want this to sound, and I promise you this is going to sound harsh, but I mean it, but I don't mean it as harsh as it may come out. So let me go ahead and put that disclaimer out there, okay? Watch how you talk to your audience, right? Even the ones that are being rude. Watch how you talk to your audience. You don't have to say, this is my channel, right? We know it's your channel, or they know it's your channel, but they came over to watch something, right? You don't have to say, oh, what other rude things have I seen? Like, I was watching a sewing channel. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't remember the name. If I remembered it, I definitely would say it. Because I don't believe in that subliminal stuff. But I can't remember the name of this channel. But I was watching it, but she was just so rude in responding to her audience. She's like, this is my channel. If you don't like how I'm doing it over here, then there's the button. You can hit the leave button or X button. Y'all, that's unnecessary. That's unnecessary. We know it's your channel. They know it's your channel. Okay? I promise you, they know. You don't have to be rude like that. Because number one, somebody coming to take time out of their day to even visit you, to spend a part of their day to see what you're talking about, to support you, and that's how you talk to them. You don't want to do that. Don't be that person. All right. So moving right along. I don't always do this, but sometimes I do this. I have a teleprompter program, and I also sometimes I use it, right? So have your script written out or memorize your script, right? It helps. Um Especially when you are trying to batch content, which moves me on to my next point. Batching your content is going to help you in efficiency. It's going to help you be more efficient. Okay, it's going to help you be more efficient. And boy, I wish I knew that before starting YouTube. Repurposing your content to maximize your reach. Repurpose your content to maximize your reach. Boy, 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 boy. A lot of times I'll upload and whatever I'm editing in, delete. No, go back and make a reel. Go back and make a short, right? Repurpose that content. Okay? Okay. All right. So you still with me? This is long form content today. All right. Walk with me. Engagement is going to build your family. Okay? Your family, your community, your school, your whatever you want to call it. It's going to build it with engagement. Likes, comments, shares, engages your audience in your reaction, your reaction with theirs. It's going to make it be just awesome. Reply to comments. That will help build a loyal family, a loyal community, a loyal tribe, a loyal school, whatever you call them. Okay? All right. YouTube analytics. It's very important to have that engagement so you can see in your analytics. Monetization, right? Come here, come here, come here. If you at the back of my bus, come here. Come on up here, okay? If you think monetization, okay? If you think monetization is a race, it's not. Monetization is a journey, not a race. Okay. And speaking of which, I'm gonna show y'all this jacked up shirt. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all this jacked up shirt. Baby, it, it started out so good right here because Journey and Race stitches out first. So it started out good. Baby, I turned my back and boom. So, like this says, life is a journey, not a race. YouTube is a journey, not a race. Okay? You can't worry about Sally got monetized in 7 days. Sally's journey is not your journey. Okay? That's not your journey. Stay and worry about yourself. Okay? All right. Now that one nobody had to tell me, I already knew. Okay? All right. So, in order to get monetized, first you have to get into the partner program by having 1,000. And I'm speaking on long form. I know there is a shorter way to get there, but I'm speaking on long form. Okay. 1,000 1,000 family members or subscribers, school, tribe, whatever you want to call them. Okay. And 4,000 watch time hours. Right. Or you can have 500 subscribers and think it's 3,000 watch time hours. Again, I'm not focused on that one. Your goal should be shooting for 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch time hours. Okay. And then you should have there's multiple ways or streams to make money on YouTube. Just a few of those: ads, sponsorships, memberships, right? Ads. There's something called a pre-roll, meaning the advertisers ran it at the beginning of your video. Sometimes they might roll it at the middle. Sometimes they might roll it right before the end. No matter where that roll of the advertisement was, right, that equates to money. So you have a cost per milli or cost for, I forget the other, but I think it's milli. And that means per 1,000, right? So that means per 1,000. So if your CPM at 1,000 subscribers, if it was $17, and that's really high, I'm just throwing a number out there, okay? So if it was $17,000, 17,000. Time out. Throw a flag on the plate. If it was $17 per 1,000 views, okay, that means you just made $17. However, it's a 50% split between you and YouTube. YouTube is then going to give you what is called a RPM, rate per milli. Okay, they got to get their cut. Okay, now, and I don't want you guys to like solely rely on ads, right? Rely on your skills, your business, other things like that to help you with streams of income. Now, boy, here is the big one. If somebody would have told me that I did not need to spend as much money as I spent on camera equipment that I do not use to this day, that I don't even know how to operate. Okay? Yeah, you heard me. Don't even know how to operate it. So I'm going to repeat this again for the people in the back of the bus. And I'm going to speak a little louder. You do not need to buy expensive equipment. Start with what you have. If you have an iPhone, use it. If you have an Android, use it. If you have a tablet, use it. If you have a webcam, use it. You do not need expensive equipment. Now, let's go. Making sure when you get equipment, it's budget friendly and it is affordable, right? You don't have to try and keep up with the Joneses. All right. Lighting and audio. Okay, lighting and audio. Long as the people can see you, can hear you. Sometimes they don't even have to really be able to see you good. But if that content is good and they're finding it valuable and informative, they will stay and they will listen to you. But keep in the forefront of your mind, right? that you need to prioritize the video and the audio quality. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to get a benediction. We coming on up to it. Content for most of us that want to be full-time content creators, your content is going to be key, right? Or as they say, cash is king. In this event, content is king, right? So you got quality versus quantity, right? Focus on problem solving, giving information, don't be gatekeeping, do all of those things. Depending on what your niche is, your problem solving steps may not be the same, right? But as long as you can solve a problem, you're good. You have to know your target audience. You got to know their needs, their likes, what time they prefer you to come on, because you know a good bulk of them might not get off the 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So you have to learn that. But you have to start with quantity first, right? And here's why. Stick with me. You can't have quantity or quality without a quantity, because you have to push out your content. You have to push out your valuable information and your informative information, your engagement, right? So that goes on to say, you don't know, right, what quality is as you go along. You'll have to start to figure that out, okay? Because how you figure that out is, let me see. Basically, how you going to figure that out? Let me give you an example. If I post content today, being Sunday, March 16th, and I don't post again for another 18 months, how do I know where my demand is? I don't yet understand quality because I don't have the quantity out. Okay? Hopefully y'all walking with me. If you're still here with me, put 27 in the comments. Let me know if this is making sense for you. Let me know if you're tracking. Be engaging in the comments, because I promise I'm going to be engaging back. Right? Let's talk about consistency. Consistency is king, right? You can't post a video today and don't show up for another 18 months. Who's standing around waiting on you for 18 months? Right? I think I told my mentees this. Post a schedule that you can adhere to. You know your life, you know your schedule. You know that Donnie has basketball practice every Saturday at 9 a.m. Don't schedule a live at 9 a.m. Okay? Unless your live is going to be on Donnie's basketball practice. Other than that, don't do it. Okay? Also, under being consistent is going to help your YouTube algorithm. You're going to be able to see your regular uploads, right? Plan ahead. Sometimes you can plan ahead. If you actually are a planner, you can do this, right? Well, planning ahead help you avoid roadblocks like StreamYard not working, your internet is running like cats and dogs at the house, your internet's acting up. No, but you'll have something to reflect back at. Okay. Let's talk about YouTube SEO. I don't care what anybody says. SEO matters. Search engine optimization. It matters. Okay. Research and strategic planning. Your titles, they got to be boom. They got to be out there, right? Keyword, bold with a glow, outline, hollow, right? A glitch. Those are just a few to name. Your description has to be informing and engaging. I'm gonna say that again. Your description box needs to be informing and engaging. Them thumbnails, they got to be catchy. Okay? They got to be catchy. All right, guys. So those are the notes that things that I just wrote down that I wish I knew in starting this journey. So that's my experience. It may not be yours. This is helping me grow. I'm watching the analytics over on my Highway Hustle channel. Baby, we are killing the game. And I don't think it's just because it's a trucking channel. Not everybody loves trucking. Not everybody is fascinated with big rigs. Okay. So that's, while they may be part of it, that's not all of it. I am applying myself, right? I am the method that I just gave you. I'm teaching it, I'm preaching it, I'm practicing it, and I'm revamping along the way. And my numbers are paying off. Okay. You may think that 10 subscribers in a day is small, and it may be to some, but you move in small increments. Okay. You move in small increments and you will continue to scale that growth as long as you are consistently showing up with valuable content, informative content, you're solving a problem, you're engaging with your audience, your family members, your subscribers, your tribe, your school, whatever you want to call them. Okay? As long as you're doing those things, you will be successful. So until next time, peace, be blessed, stay crafty. I'm your girl T, and I'm out. One God, one love. I'll catch y'all in the next one. See you later, guys. So long.